All right, hello everyone, and today is a day I was really excited for, and well, actually, this was released a couple days ago, but I haven't had a chance to get a video out. This is 77 BC Remastered, and the excellent modder, Lucius Papirius, has ported another masterpiece. Now, Lucius Papirius has worked on plenty of ports for this particular game. And he has ported Norman Invasion, which I covered on the channel. He's ported Arthurian Total War, which I have yet to cover, but it just got a big patch, so I want to take a look at that. Viking Invasion 2 he also ported. So I posed to Lucius Papirius this port of 77 BC. And the reason I proposed this port is because I had actually done a lot of work on this mod in the background, and I didn't have the time to finish the port. I couldn't figure out the scripting issues, how to port the script, because this mod is famous for its script, and he got it done. Lucius Papirius got it done, and so I'm proud to present this port of 77 BC. I don't know why I'm using alliteration so much, but Lucius Papirius does proper ports. Now, he's got two campaigns here, and this is the regular 77 BC campaign, and in the regular 77 BC campaign, you have the full scripts as done by Salvor Hardin and the original 77 BC team. So 77 BC is a mod based on Rome Total Realism Platinum Edition with several fixes and many additions. But it had a very nice script. And with that script, it made Rome's life very difficult. So you had the Mithridatic Wars going on in the east. So this mod actually forces like Pontus and Armenia to remain allies. So you actually come up against both of those powerhouses rather than what would happen back in the day, which is one of them would betray the other, and then it would be super easy for Rome to just walk all over them as they were fighting each other. You also have the Sertorian Revolt, which is very nice indeed. You have a Britannic tribe here in 77 BC, where the original 77 BC, the original Rome Total Realism Platinum Edition did not. This mod is one of the only ones that has a Jewish faction, and this is the Hasmonean Kingdom. Excuse me. You also have Mauritania. You have a powerful Pontus in this mod, of course, owning like all the way up the coast of the Black Sea. You have powerful Armenia in this mod under Tigranes the Great. You have the Nabateans. This is a very unique mod. You have the Ueji in the east. It's a very, very nice mod indeed, especially if you play as factions like the Sertorians and the Romans and Pontus and Armenia that have several story beats. And it's very cool indeed. Parthia, of course, has taken Mesopotamia at this point and most of Iran. So let's actually get into a game, and I'll showcase some of what this mod has to offer. All right, so here we are in the campaign map, and at the very start, the mod already gives you like targets, right? So your main target at the very beginning of the campaign is, as the Roman Republic, is to take out the Sertorian rebellion in the Iberian Peninsula. And of course we have Pompey here, Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, ready with his legions. And you can see his units here, his cohorts, his Gallic auxiliaries, Balearic slingers, and Gallic light cavalry auxiliaries. And they are ready to fight Iberian rebels, as well as take down the Sertorian capital at Osca. But it's quite difficult to get there because you have to go through these guys first, the Iberian rebels. Let's take a look at the situation elsewhere. So you have the Roman province of Africa here. So you have Utica, Hadrumetum, and Thapsus, and a bunch of salt, where Carthage used to be. And you have to, well, you know what? I'm going to toggle the fog of war because there's a lot going on in this game. So you have the Numidians here, and there's story elements here as well. With Numidia, you have the Bruci here in Pannonia. You have Gaul, or the Arverni here, and Gaul, and of course, eventually Julius Caesar will have to deal with that. There's unique portraits for a bunch of the generals, like Pompey. Caesar, Julius Caesar is here somewhere. Where is he? I can't quite recall where he is. Oh, we have Marcus Porcius Cato, of course, one of everyone's favorites. You have Lucius Licinius Lucullus here in Asia Minor, ready to actually take out a bunch of these Asia Minor kingdoms and go against Mithridates of Pontus and Tigranes of Armenia. You have the Ptolemies, or what's left of them. You have the Hasmonean kingdom as a Roman ally. And of course, your main enemies here at the beginning are going to be the Sertorians and Mithridates and Tigranes here, so Pontus and Armenia. And they are both pretty good enemies. They have pretty strong units. The Pontic army is a little more, slightly, I don't want to say flexible. Both of their rosters are very flexible. They both have heavy cavalry and they both have heavy infantry. So the Romans have enough to deal with there. But the thing about this mod is that in the scripted version, the main scripted version, you have to deal with the Sertorians quickly. You have to deal with the story elements in a timely manner, or else you end up with penalties, and pretty heavy penalties. So characters will die, people will be assassinated. It won't be a good situation for you. Oh, you have Marcus Tullius Cicero, too. That's nice. And so if you don't take out the Sertorians, basically your campaign's going to be really handicapped. And then same thing for the later issues, like as Lucullus. If you don't take Amasia quickly enough, you're going to be in a bad situation. Right, so that kind of scripted campaign, I actually like it. It's kind of cool. It's a little different from the Sandbox vanilla Total War experience. But if you don't like this sort of guided gameplay, then Lucius Papirius has done something quite nice, something that, I actually didn't think about, and that was he made a Sandbox campaign. So this Sandbox campaign does away with all of those scripts and things. So a lot of those scripts, like forcing alliances and things, were done because the original AI was really poor. And the remastered AI, it's better, especially in terms of diplomacy. So I have not tested this out too much. This is still a beta. But this is a Sandbox version. So I'm very curious to test out this Sandbox version and see how, these alliances hold up and how the AI actually works together or works against each other better, because in the original mod, the reason Salvor had to put in a lot of those scripts is because the AI was just wonky and didn't do, it was not even close to posing a challenge, so this kind of forces that situation. But let's see, maybe in the Sandbox campaign, the remastered AI does better. I'm very curious to see that. Again, this is a beta, so I highly recommend it. 77 BC was one of the best mods, one of my favorite mods for the original Rome Total War. It had a very nice graphical style inherited from Rome Total Realism Platinum Edition. It had a very nice historically accurate revision to the campaign map. It's an era that isn't really covered a lot in Total War campaigns, like Rome 2 doesn't have a campaign with this start date, the sort of Mithridatic Wars and Sertorian Rebellion start date. So this is very nice to see. I'm very happy that Lucius Papirius completed the port. I had done a lot of work on it, so it was nice to see it kind of come to fruition. So I can't wait to see Lucius finish this port and actually complete a whole bunch more ports, because he is a very talented modder. I'm very happy to see him do the 77 BC campaign. I'm very grateful to him for finishing this. So check out the link in the description to check out this campaign. I might do a playthrough of it. I know I haven't had time to continue my Chivalry playthrough. I'm going to. But anyway, if you enjoy content about the historical Total Wars and their mods, consider liking this video, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one later.